look at the language of itself to confirm it. The city manager is directed to conduct a comprehensive review of the land development code and propose amendments necessary to conform regulations consistent with home, standardize zoning in all districts and regulated plans with home. That is not a technical amendment. That is a code rewrite. Item 26 is asking council members to support sweeping zoning changes without sufficient evidence that home is delivering meaningful affordability challenges, and despite growing concerns around displacement, demolitions, and public process failures. One official city report on home has been completed, one, and it repeatedly emphasizes that evidence remains preliminary, inconclusive, and too limited to justify broad code changes. The report states, this report represents a single year of data, and while certain trends are emerging, it is too early to draw definitive conclusions. That is the report from the city staff. 430 units when we need 120,000 new units of housing? No. Despite this cautionary language, item 26 proposes sweeping changes when there isn't sufficient evidence to determine what home is actually doing. The justification on affordability that is being used to push this, well, what does the city report actually say about home's impact on affordability? Mixed and inconclusive. Small lots and duplex housing have seen modest price declines across a few projects. However, a signature aspect of home, triplexes, the new unit that's supposed to go out and make everything better, median prices went from $750K to $1.2 million. The most recent analysis we have from the Unlock MS report shows that median home construction under this, the 400 units that have been looked at, is $750,000 is the median price, which the report says is still out of the reach of most Austin households, noting that a household made up of EMS workers or teachers could likely afford a home costing around $380,000, which means the other report published on home is telling us that the housing it's created costs more than twice what the people who are supposed to get out of housing out of home can even afford. So the best available evidence shows no meaningful impact on affordability, but it does raise serious unresolved concerns regarding demolition, displacement, and preservation of existing housing. The city report states home applications are concentrated in displacement risk areas. An independent analysis confirms this and shows that after home passed, a greater percentage of infill projects involved demolitions, and that many of these demolitions destroyed existing affordable housing. I'd also point out that item 26 is really a case in the failure of transparency of policymaking. The item itself calls out the middle missing resolution passed by this council, and that resolution requires robust stakeholder engagement. Instead, this item's been put forward with vague language, shifting interpretations from staff, and no meaningful opportunity for the affected residents to understand how it would be proposed. And indeed, how is meaningful engagement possible when the item that's being voted on by this council was posted less than 24 hours ago? Sponsors of the amendment have struggled to explain exactly what this is supposed to do. Is it a technical amendment? Is it a code rewrite? There are all these various opinions. Exhibit A, which finally came out yesterday, makes one thing clear. NCCDs are being specifically targeted for amendments to make them consistent with home. This is not consistent with how home was sold to the public, and it should concern everyone.